welcome to Winging It and Winning, a podcast show where you will be motivated and encouraged to follow your dreams. Hi, you guys. It's me, Veronica, your host for Winging It and Winning, and I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed or who has listened to at least one of my podcast episodes. I really appreciate the love and the support, and thank you to my 92 YouTube subscribers. Today, I am wearing purple in celebration of my stepdaughter Karina's 1-year anniversary of being seizure-free. When I met her father 10 years ago, or 11 years ago, we didn't know what the future held for us. A few months after dating, Karina encountered her first seizure while at middle school. As Karina got older, her seizures seemed to get a little bit worse and more frequent. After many hospital stays, many more seizures, and tests, she was finally diagnosed with Focal Cortical Dysplasia. She tried many anti-seizure medications, however, nothing seemed to help control the seizures. The seizures threw a wrench in very important days, such as prom dress shopping and birthday dinner celebrations. Although it was hard to see Karina suffer and be in distress, it was in those times that I realized how resilient my stepdaughter was. After every seizure, she would cry out of frustration. However, she wouldn't let that get her down. She would cry it out and then pick herself back up, and once she regained her strength, she would go about her day and her plans as usual. One thing about Karina is that she never let anything get her down, and she continues to have that mindset and follow her dreams despite what she's gone through with her medical condition. Last year, she underwent an MRI-guided laser ablation procedure in hopes to reduce or completely get rid of the grand mal seizures. And here we are today, a year later, with her being seizure-free. Her life is moving in the positive direction. And soon I will have her here on my podcast to share her story and how epilepsy shaped her into the person that she is today. But for now, I'm going to share 4 winging it and winning tips that help me deal with the stresses of having a stepchild with a medical condition. So let's get into it. Winging it and winning tip number 1, relinquish control. In the beginning of Karina's epilepsy journey, we often had to change our schedules or cancel certain things because she wasn't feeling well or because she had a seizure. And in the beginning, I am not going to lie, it was really hard for me. I wanted to go about our business. I wanted to go about our, routine and do what we needed to do. But it took me a second to realize that I had no control when she was going to get sick. I had no control when she was going to have a seizure. And so when I learned to just relinquish control of the situation and be present with her and realize that safety is first, and as long as she is safe, it's okay. Everything else can wait. That's when I really started to feel at peace and to not feel stressed out with the things I had no control of. So relinquishing control really helped me remain calm and understand that safety is first, and Karina's well-being comes before any event, any situation, any errand that I have to run. Winging it and winning tip number 2 was leaning on my faith. There was many times when I cried for Karina. I wondered what was going to become of her as an adult. What was her future going to be like? There was one point where Karina didn't have her license because of all the seizures she was having. It was revoked. She had to rely on us to run errands for her or with her. She couldn't really be alone because she didn't feel safe. She felt like she was going to have seizures. So there was a lot of times when we had to make sure that somebody was always home with Karina and taking her to run her errands because she wasn't able to go by herself. And in those times, I felt very helpless. And just like anybody else, when your child is diagnosed with a condition, you wonder what their life is going to be like. And that's exactly my fears that I had for Karina. But what I did to help me, to help my feelings of sadness for her and worry for her is pray. I prayed so much that God watched over her and the doctors that worked with her and I really prayed for a resolution and some kind of treatment that worked for her. So leaning on my faith really helped me remain calm. It really helped me feel at peace with what was going on with Karina. You know that saying that goes, let go and leave it to God? That's really what I believed. I really felt that, I really felt peace in praying and leaving it in God's hands. Winging it and winning tip number 3 is be a team player. So with Karina being at the focal or the center of our family, her mom and dad and I worked together as a team to help Karina in any way possible. Because Karina lived with us, of course, I was the one she came to when she didn't feel good. When she needed company, it was me and her sisters or her dad who stayed with her because she felt like she was going to have a seizure. However, when it came to her doctor's appointments, I relied on her mom and dad to handle those. Her mom has a lot of history working with people who have epilepsy, so I was so comfortable and happy that her mom was able to take her to her doctor's appointments and ask the questions that she needed to ask in order to get the answers that she needed. Her mom was a great advocate for Karina in the doctor's appointments. And so just being a team player really helped a stressful situation not be so stressful because we leaned on each other's strengths. Winging it and winning tip number 4 is self-care. So I learned early on that it was my responsibility to express when I was feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, and that it was my responsibility to put boundaries. See, nobody's going to tell you when they think you need to take a break. You really need to advocate for yourself and tell people when you need a break. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So when your cup of water is getting empty, make sure that you express that you need to refill your cup. You need time alone. Self-care is in your hands. It's your responsibility, not anybody else's. Today I shared 4 winging it and winning tips that help me deal with the stresses that come along with having a child who has a medical condition. If you like this episode, please make sure you share this episode with somebody who may benefit from the information I shared today. I would appreciate it if you would download my podcast, or if you would head over to Winging It and Winning channel on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Make sure your notification button is turned on so that you will be notified when I upload a new video. Time is one of the most precious gifts you can give someone, so thank you for gifting me with your time today. Until next time, remember that winging it and winning is a mindset, and only you have the power to create your best life. Thank you and take care.